know some teams are stuck in the cycle of we think this is the year, we think we may finally get over the hump, and then the disappointment when it's not.
And Kevin, here is the reality. Winning championships in the NBA is extremely difficult. You can, as a front office, put a roster together on paper and think, okay, we have enough talent to win the championship, and for whatever reason, the pieces don't mesh. And the other part of this, Kevin, is sometimes luck goes into winning. A poorly timed injury, a guy who asks out that totally came out of the blue. There are so many things that go into winning in this league.
Let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. Mr. Moves out there with Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3. Now here's Edwards. His last outing with 20 points. McDaniels passes to Towns. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Mr. Moves. Buries it down low. Mr. Moves got his second basket of the game.
I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Murray. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Yes, that goes in. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Butler on the wing. Here's Reed. And there's the stop to finish it off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Back to Murray. Down low. Here's Mr. Moves. Edwards defending. They get it back. And again, it's Denver.
And that's just good physical play by Jokic. Goes hard on the offensive glass there for the second chance hoop.
The pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside Butler. McDaniels with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second-round pick to win the award.
And from second rounder to MVP Greg, Nikola Jokic. What a story.
Amazing, Kevin. And, you know, one thing the Joker did to transform his game, dedicate himself to his conditioning. Jokic is in much better shape now than when he first entered the league.
One of the stars of the 2020 bubble playoffs, Jamal Murray.
I mean, remember, he had a 50-point game. And Murray averaged over 26 points, helped Denver make it to the Western Conference Finals. We saw Jamal take his game to another level in Orlando.
Now, here's McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
What nice work to get the high percentage look, and he doesn't make any mistake with it.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Another miss by Minnesota. The Nuggets lead by 7. Outside Porter. From outside the arc. And he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the Timberwolves call their first time out.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. Now here's McDaniels. Defense is right there. Edwards can't hit.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Mr. Moves. Kept alive. Here's Jokic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Edwards can't hit. And here's Denver. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Porter passes to Mr. Moves. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
To the paint, here's Reed. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
First personal foul.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nuggets?
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates. This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's McDaniels after the Nuggets pick up 2. And a missed layup.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Basket good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Reed. Now here's Edwards. Will it go? Rebound by Murray.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Assisted by
And they're forcing the ball
Jamal
inside,
Murray.
and it's working like a charm.
Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Raptors. Passes to McDaniels. Back to Butler. Outside Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 20. Murray right side. Pass to Mr. Moves. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mr. Moves got 20 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile
timeout
environment.
called for
Boy,
Minnesota.
just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Trey Lyles comes in for Towns. And it's Anderson in for McDaniels. Now here's Butler. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Bucks. He was a non-factor. And here's Edwards from the arc. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Here's Butler. Michael Porter making his last shot. Here's the 3. Edwards can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's stolen by Gobert. And the foul called on Mr. Moves.
Number 18.
That's his first foul.
First personal
Bruce
foul.
Brown. He's checked
Second
in
team
for Denver.
foul. Into the lineup for the Nuggets, Bruce Brown.
Butler against Brown. Now here's Anderson. He's guarded closely. Bryant trying to free himself up, and the shot is good.
really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The pass to Mr. Moves. Bryant trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Mr. Moves.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Outside Butler. Anderson outside. Pass to Edwards. And contact down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside, can play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Now, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Denver. Here's Mr. Moves. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
Rudy Gobert.
The Nuggets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Second team foul.
And they've shot the ball well this season in
line
terms
for the
of their
Nuggets.
attempts.
Number
81%.
18.
That's good from Mr.
At the line for
Moves.
2.
Well, you're looking at the MVP race last season between three incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete. That argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
Now here's Butler. No points in the game yet for him.
Ouch.
Denver
3
foul.
fouls for him
Number
already.
18.
Now if you're the coach,
Third personal
you gotta
foul.
think about sitting
15 foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul
line
line
for
of the
the
game.
Timberwolves.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of the shots. The Nuggets leading by 19. And that one's
Number
good.
18.
Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 26 points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here is Anderson after the made shot for Mr. Moves. Score the basket. His second in 2 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Gobert with the block.
Well, let's remember, Rudy Gobert has
Zeke
got a 7'9"
Naji.
wingspan. Sometimes it's just easy picking sending it back.
Outside Butler. Passes it to Gobert. Brown against Edwards. Inside, here's Butler.
2 minutes
And he
remaining in the
uses the
first.
glass on
2
the lane.
minutes.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
To the wing right side. Pass to Mr. Moves. For the 3.
Denver foul. Zeke Naji. First personal foul.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Caldwell put. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside Edwards. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. They get the rebound. And the call on the shot that sends it into the line.
Fourth personal foul.
Well, the
Fourth
length
team
and the
foul.
size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for
line for
defense. There's
Minnesota.
nothing they can do there but foul him.
For Minnesota, they
2
have gone a
shots.
perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Yeah, over the
Substitution
So
on
we
the court.
conclude the first half.
That's the
From
end of the
Target
first half
Center,
with the
back
score.
in a moment.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 56. The Nuggets, 60.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments.
Substitution on the
For
board.
Denver. Jokic passes to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jacks up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Mr. Moves got 29 in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Butler in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Edwards. Denver shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's Mr. Moves. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Mr. Moves in that last game against the Raptors was phenomenal. He scored 53 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Butler deciding where to go with it. Reed, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Porter passes to Mr. Moves. Fires from deep. Denver gets it back. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic. And now that's 35 points for Mr. Moves. Outside Edwards. Yep, that one goes.
The shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
There is no let-up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
And that one's good, Mr. Moves.
And Jokic, with that incredible vision, quickly spots the open man.
Minnesota calls timeout. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul because the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low. And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Denver.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Edwards. He has 35. McDaniels passes to Gobert. He gets it in there. Gobert has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And that one's good, Mr. Moves.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 44. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. Excellent defense for Mr. Moves.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And good that time.
And they got to bring the double team on it.
Third personal foul.
The Nuggets have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
At the line for one.
The free throw off from Mr. Moves. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And it's in there. Here's Mr. Moves with 1 on the clock, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Nuggets lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Get on your feet and let's hear it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Denver, Murray out there with Mr. Moves. Then it's Thomas Bryant. Then it's Aaron Gordon.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Here is Anderson. Outside Butler. Bryant against Gobert. Now here's McDaniels. Defense right on him. An easy 2 points on the lane.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Denver leading by 3. Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Mr. Moves. Good on the triple.
Number 18.
Mr. Moves got 49 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now McDaniels. Back to Anderson. From deep 3-point range. The offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Gobert.
If he's that close to the cup, Rudy Gobert knows how to finish.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Timberwolves trailed by 7. Anderson outside. Butler against Murray. Butler passes to McDaniels. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 9th assist in the game now.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Butler up top. He's covered by Murray. Out to the right wing. McDaniels kicks to Butler. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Denver leading by 8. There's the pass to Mr. Moves. Launches it. And again, Denver with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to McDaniels. Towns against Gordon. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And something you
First
always
team
hear
foul.
about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how
At the
effortless
line
he
for
makes the
Minnesota.
game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he flies through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Anderson. Here's Mr. Moves. The putback, Jokic on the foul. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Pass to Butler. Lets the three fly. Denver grabs the miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Mr. Moves. He got it
Number
again.
18.
Sensational.
Assisted.
60
Nikola
points.
Jokic.
This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Edwards got 38 points.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's McDaniels. Guarded by Porter. McDaniels passes to Reed. With the fadeaway. The shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And there's the pass to Mr. Moves. Here's Jokic. Hits the jumper. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
And how
Number
about
18.
taking the contact on the way up? Jokic doesn't shy away from an aggressive defense.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team.
Reed kicks to McDaniels. No good on the triple.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Pass to Mr. Moves. From past the arc. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside Butler. Outside Towns. Shot clock at 5. Another miss by Minnesota.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Edwards finds Butler. Towns against Gordon. Towns, the best to McDaniels. They need this. That one, no good. Nice D from Porter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
It's going to be on
Second
Aaron
team
Gordon.
foul.
Clearly a foul.
At the line
And
for
some stats
Minnesota.
here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've been in the zone
Taking
from
2
mid-range
shots.
all game long, and they've made the most of any chance they've found in that space.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And he knocks down the first one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Mr. Moves passes to Jokic. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Edwards passes to Reed. Now here's McDaniels. And it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
Porter passes to Mr. Moves. Shoots the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Edwards kicks to Butler. Here's McDaniels. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's Mr. Moves. And that'll be Denver as it goes on a bounce. Nuggets retain possession.
Denver ball.
Off the inbound, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Jokic has got 10 points here in the second half. Minnesota shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Jokic. Count that one. Jokic has got 23.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porter. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns and start a 3-game homestand with that game. Murray, good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging. They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Here's Mr. Moves. Trains the three-pointer.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Towns, the pass to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns, as a big man, is a tremendously solid passer, willing to move the basketball.
Mr. Moves. And another one.
Number 18.
What a game.
For
That's
3.
72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Butler kicks to McDaniels. Back to Butler. McDaniels with the ball. Porter's there. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Here's Mr. Moves. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Denver.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Mr. Moves.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Aaron Gordon. Fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels. Two shots.
And the first one drops. And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this
That's the end of the
to
game.
come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they
For all
did
of
tonight
us
says,
here,
I think, Greg,
thank
an
you
awful
for
lot about
supporting
this
your
team.
team.
I guess they